Peace to the tribe, peace to the collective. I think it's very important to hold space for the families, the individuals, the people, the souls, just everybody who have lost someone in the recent years. I've lost a lot of people, not even we don't really process or grieve properly because society and culture says we gotta get the bag, we gotta get the money, we gotta, do a whole bunch of stuff, man. And I've been doing a lot of shadow work. I've been teaching a lot of shadow work. So whenever I teach shadow work, I must do shadow work. And I've been coming through with some profound downloads, and I just kind of want to share a couple of shadow work downloads with y'all this evening. One of the main concepts that I want to bring forth is oneness. And oneness is the reality that, there's nothing really special going on. As much as we think it's a lot of special energy about us, it's a specific je ne sais quoi about our existence, and we gotta go for the gusto, and then one day if we successful, then that'll make it all worth it. This third, I do shadow work in cycles, so I'm in the third cycle of shadow work, where I'm teaching a class, and I cannot teach a class without actually doing the shadow work. And generally, in studying becoming like God has to share. It's in God's nature to share. So whenever I feel good about information, I just make it a habit to share. So with that being said, I think about culture, and I think about society, and I think about those things as being bad things or negative things or prison-like constructs that are constantly giving us a negative feedback loop. And if you're not mindful or conscious of that negative feedback loop, you will seek certain things to improve your life, better your existence. But you're not addressing the trauma or the pain. You're not addressing the source of the core the core problem that we face with society and culture, because we use our ego for protection. We use our ego as a defense mechanism. But when we think about our ego naturally wants to be superior and dominant and great and better and good. That is its whole function and drive. So when you induce shadow work into the ego, it's like cracking open an egg. The first cycle of shadow work is whatever. The second one is okay, I'm getting it. This third cycle is wow, damn. The whole societal structure is set up to judge you. And if you dictate your perception on society or all of its precepts, then you ignore the thing that you are triggered by, right? So say for instance, for me, a person can really only trigger me about my weight, right? Oh, you fat as fuck or something, motherfucker, hey, if this girl say I'm fat as fuck, I might, pour this wine in her face. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Don't you know what I'm saying? Like, something that trigger you is something that you need to actually work on, and it ain't something that you need to ignore. So one of the ways that we deal with our shadow is that we project it on everything else except our actual shit that we need to take care of. The biggest irony, the biggest success in life is addressing your problems and addressing your issues. The reason why you do this is because it reduces the ego, because the ego is a defense mechanism that's saying everything is good, even if you fat as fuck. When you could be a human being and know that ain't true, right? Like, no, it's cool to be fat as fuck, Kyrie. Like, it's fat motherfuckers over there. You know what I'm saying? It's fat motherfuckers over here. You could be fat and it's like, nah, I don't think so. I think I need to, diet and work out. And no, I'm not even, I don't agree. You feel me? No, it's Lizzo, nigga. Lizzo. Like, nope, I can't even agree with that. So, you know, you get, not making no excuses, but you get back on your path, whatever. And then whatever you was projecting, the facts of you not doing the thing that you need to do, it starts to resolve itself. It starts to ease itself in your mind, and you start to see, okay, now that I'm doing what I need to do, now I can kind of redirect my mind and my energy to a proper place. And so for me, and trust me, it's not just, this is the thing I want to address too, multi-dimensional entities, especially when you're talking about relationships. Like, stop thinking that it's one thing that you need to fucking take care of. Like, it's a complex situation in reference to relationships and people. Stop imagining that you got it all covered because you discuss one or two things. Or it'd be like, well, I look good, that's enough. Or I got money, that's enough. Or I meditate, that's enough. You should look good, have money, meditate, work out, play basketball, go take walks in the park, go on vacations. You don't have to choose one particular thing. Niggas sound crazy half of the time. Well, if he cheat on me, well, look, it's a whole complex situation as to why he cheated. No, I can't. Like this deterministic thinking, this foundational fundamentalist thinking, where it's yes or no, right or wrong. And human beings, you got fucking 10 fingers. Like, bitch, you don't even got, like, you got 10 phalanges that can do all multiple, multi-dimensional shit. Your brain, nigga, billions of neurons firing, and a bitch want to talk about one actual thing. Like, no, but you said that I was ugly. Like, I didn't even say that. Like, I said that the wig was ugly. I said that brown wig don't match your skin. But no, it's like, yo, the ego is really driving people crazy in 2022. And I'm doing this video specifically for people who need to realize that shit. You need to let that shit go. You need to let that wig go. You need to let, you know, this braggadocious energy, this money chase energy go. Like, if you take care of your body, you take care of your mind, you take care of your soul, and you have a real righteous relationship with your soul, money gonna come to you. You might want to live off the grid. You might live in a studio apartment. That's probably all you fucking need for real. You don't need the motherfucker to be like, well, I don't live in a mansion, I ain't shit. If you got a place where you feel like you can lay down at, but you spend the majority of your time in nature, you way more in tune than a nigga who live in a mansion. Quiet as kept. Because your bills is reduced, right? And you're not confined to four walls. See, humanity, in all intents and purposes, when you put them in four walls, it drives them fucking insane and crazy. This is why oneness, intuition, and nature is one and the same. A squirrel don't have to go to school. A lion didn't have to go to college. A giraffe didn't have to go get a reading from a fucking elephant. They all managed to get some pussy, and then sometimes it was betas, it was alphas. Nature teach you a lot. Trees teach you a lot. Oh, you can lose all of your leaves and then regenerate your leaves. Oh, that's like life. Like, you might die the physical, but you'll regenerate, you'll respawn. Everything has a regeneration cycle. So what make human beings think that life is finite? I'm going from topic to topic because I just wanted to share a couple of shit before I go in the house. Man, I want to hold space for the families and friends in Windsor Hills. I don't know if y'all heard about this situation, man. I cannot, for the life of me, stop thinking about this situation, man. I'm imagining a young 37-year-old traveling nurse. You know, as a 6-house dominant person, I have a real strong relationship with nurses. Some of my best friends is nurses. Some of my best clients is nurses. My wife's mother is a nurse. I got like one of my dopest girlfriends was a nurse, but I love nurses. Nurses is healers. I love nurses. I mean, I done dealt with some hood rats. Was like, you know, I had about 5 consecutive hood rat girlfriends that was CNAs. You know what I'm saying? I got a real close relationship with nurses, you know, and I know that women are unaware of the detriment that they put themselves into when they jump into these relationships without the proper skills to handle if this shit go left, right? I mean, shit, y'all know I'm gonna tell y'all a story in reference to Miss Nicole Linton, because I really don't hate her, you know? I don't hate her. You know what? Because I done been brokenhearted by a hood rat bitch and drunk fucking 1800 and fucking 8 o'clock in the morning. Acting like I ain't got no fucking sense. Like, after I drink one bottle, I'm going to the liquor store getting another bottle. I don't even drink. But when your heart is broken, it's like you can just drink water like fucking alcohol. One's in the chat. Am I the only one like that? I be feeling strange sometimes. So I be saying shit. And I'll be like, Kyrie, boy, you sure is strange. You got a heart for everybody. Probably a heart for everybody that you shouldn't have a heart for. But I love the bad guys and the villains. I believe in rehabilitation. I believe in healing. You know? I believe in not being afraid to heal. I believe in this situation is impossible, and impossible just means I'm possible. I'm crazy like that, you know? But I done been drunk and heartbroken and behind the wheel and just acting like I really gave a fuck about this, you know, in hindsight is 2020. It wasn't even really nothing that serious, for real. I was really dramatic about it, you know, not prepared for the reality. It's weird, right? When you're not prepared for the reality, you don't see the reality. Like, you don't see it, right? So you in a relationship with a person, right? And you're not emotionally prepared for them to cheat on you. Since you're not emotionally prepared to cheat on you, you can see all of the signs, but not see the signs at the same time. You can see everything in HD TV of how much this person is a detriment to your whole entire heart space. But since you don't have the emotional preparation to handle it properly, some part of your being protects the vision of being cheated on and skeeted on and being violated. So when you do find out, or when the situation hits a conflict, or you go into a full moon week, like we have been discussing all week, this is full moon week. So it's not like the actual full moon that you want to really pay attention to. You generally want to pay attention to a week before, a week after, 3 days before, 3 days after, because that's when shit get really tricky. The day of, it is what it is. Every day is every day. If you got to fucking go to work, it don't matter if it's a full moon or a new moon or a half moon. Nigga can moon you, motherfucking pull his pants down while you walking down the street. Ain't nobody gonna give a fuck if you gotta go to work and feed your goddamn kids. So, it's like, I try to communicate it in a way that you would get indoctrinated with the science of lunar magic, setting intentions in a new moon, reaping the rewards in the full moon. But that's one level of it. The second level of it is that, you can perceive the emotional plane of a lot of individuals who are either suffering loss, tremendous, unfortunate, untimely passing of loved ones. And my heart is just like sending y'all loving, positive energy to help y'all go through the storm of grieving. Motherfuckers want to be hard, you feel me? Motherfuckers want to be tough, you know what I mean? And that's cool. But I'm from the old school, you feel me? I don't know what these new age people is. Motherfucker can die and shit. Motherfuckers will be playing NBA 2K in the next 10 minutes and shit. Like, motherfuckers desensitized to human life and shit. But whatever, However, there is a continuation to life. There is a regeneration to life. There is a communication. There is a responsibility to maintain that communication and maintain that spirit. When I say that my heart goes out to the thousands of families and friends who have been forever traumatized by people who don't understand how to manage their boy-girl relationships. How, and it's really a thing that I really stress in these videos, and maybe one day a person to like really understand what I'm trying to say when I say that Black people know everything there is to know about getting a new Benz and getting a job and having 6-figure income and taking beautiful pictures on Instagram and getting wonderful wigs that match your skin tone and, all of that. Know everything about the matrix and the material world. But when it comes to the dynamics and the cosmic, delicate nature of relationships, motherfuckers want to act like you can just do that and not really serve no repercussions. So what happened was you do 100 through an intersection trying to kill yourself, and now you gotta live the rest of your life knowing that you ruined hundreds of people's lives just because you couldn't do any conflict resolution. She gonna get in jail and she gonna go to recovery services and she gonna learn about substance abuse. She gonna learn about fucking conflict resolution, and she gonna feel like it's gonna make her feel worse before she feel better. But I do truly believe in rehabilitation, because if I wasn't never rehabilitated, I would never be here talking. I would never even be fucking alive. Let's be honest. I would be fucking dead if I ain't never get rehabilitated by the motherfucking United States penal system. My dumb ass needed to go to jail because I was doing 100 through a fucking intersection. I just ain't hit nobody. So it's not something that I want to look at and be like, oh, that's an interesting news story, and just go on with my life. It's something that I want to reflect on. It's something that I want to hold space for the people who are grieving, the people that are hurt, a mother and an infant leaving the store, going home, their family never going to see them again. All because of the shit that I talk about every single day. You feel me? Like, managing your relationships, understanding that that man that you in is not your make or break. If you got money, it don't fucking matter. We talking about homeostasis. We talking about hormonal balance. Kiki Wyatt. Not Kiki Wyatt. You want to talk about hormonal, nigga? Kiki Wyatt. No. Kiki Palmer, a world famous actor, gets on IG asking questions about asking doctors to help her with her acne. And we know, well, maybe we don't know. I mean, Kevin Gates just said it, and you could do your own research and you would understand that your body can clear itself of acne if you manage your hormones correctly. When people are sad, people eat dairy, people eat sugar, people eat salt, people eat meat. And never once think of how these things, it's not even like a health thing. It's a state of mind thing, and it's a consciousness thing. And it's looking back at our ancestors who had peace of mind, that admirable people that we see, not when in their 20s and their 30s, when they fucking can't help but to look good. But we talk about the people in their 60s and 70s. Now, you can look at a motherfucker that look crazy as hell in their 60s and 70s. It look like it's over. Or you can see somebody in their 60s and 70s that look like a god or a goddess. And as young people, we can prepare for this energy now. So I'm researching herbs. I'm intaking herbs. I'm dealing with the nature kingdom daily. Every night I'm drinking a tea. Every morning I'm drinking a tea. I'm dealing with my psilocybin. And I want to give y'all a suggestion. It's all about a homogeneous blend. So invest in an electric grinder. Get a capsulator. Take it one day at a time. But when you take your psilocybin, it's damn near mandatory to get out the house. The reason why this is powerful is because you begin to connect to what you actually are. If you are in the house, you're going to connect to those four walls, and you ain't really doing the work that you need to do. But if you go outside, you connect to the nature, the streams, the lakes, the rivers, the trees, the mountains. Okay? Now, this is who you actually are when you really get into the science of oneness, the science of wholeness, the science of nature. Society and culture has took this away from us. When our people have transitioned, they come back, they regenerate. They regenerate through our children. Your children ain't nothing but your ancestors. But we so disconnected from the circle of life, we think that everything is just just a random act of, a child that you might not be ready or prepared for. But these are all thoughts that have been implanted in your mind. And when you think about the thoughts that you are having, the sweet science is releasing and purifying your mind totally and coming into a space of oneness and wholeness by looking at your proper surroundings. So this is where your responsibility comes in. What distances are you traveling in the physical and in the actual spiritual? So some of us is like bedridden. Some of us is in wheelchairs. I understand that. But if you ain't none of that, then shut the fuck up, right? Don't even try that bullshit. Get the fuck up out of your mouth. Get the fuck up off of your ass. Take 250 milligrams in the encapsulated form and meditate and deal with the oneness. This is how you win. I'm telling you how you win. I'm telling you how you succeed, because every thought that you have in reference to disconnecting you from source is how you fucking lose. I really mean what I say. So 1 in the chat if that makes sense. 2 in the chat if that don't make no sense, if y'all need a deeper clarification. Because I don't want to just get on here, motherfuckers be getting on here and they just be just talking in circles, beating around the bush, just want to sound good, just want to, motherfucking seduce your ears. I just want to know if that makes sense. It's not hard. If you think of yourself as an individual, as an ego, you're lost. If you realize that at the spiritual level of consciousness, there is no special human consciousness. I'm gonna need y'all to do another check for me to if the consciousness that I reference that you share is a powerful thing. I'm looking at I'm just in a neighborhood and I'm looking at a tree. The tree was created by consciousness. What consciousness? The same consciousness that you hold within your mind and your being. It's not a different consciousness, okay? One, if that's a powerful notion, right? If that's a powerful meditation and a powerful realization, all you can do, I promise you, all you could ever do is cut yourself off. That's all you could ever do. You could allow, it's like a baby bird, right? Thinking that motherfucker, he can run for president one day, right? Eventually, a motherfucker is going to fry that nigga and put some hot sauce on him, right? Because it's like, yeah, all you had to do is just fly around and live your life as a bird, but you wanted to be a fucking president, right? So you got your babies in school asking them what the fuck they want to be. You got they little dumbass talking about they want to be the president of the United States. You ain't related to none of them niggas, right? You got the baby going to goddamn college for political science. He fucking little ass kid. And you was the one that say, baby, you can be whatever you want. You should have told that little nigga that ain't about to happen, right? Nigga goddamn a paralegal and shit out here looking silly. All because his mama could have told him to lift some weights. Maybe could have made it to the NFL or some shit. Fuck with the president, right? The ego is some bullshit. Culture and society is some bullshit, and everything in it. Y'all would be like, y'all would be woke as hell, spiritual as hell, ready to talk to a nigga that got some gold teeth. Talk about, hey, little mama, you got a fat ass. Talk about hood. I just met this dope ass dude, man. He is cute. Talk about you serious about spirituality. if we are able to understand ourselves, because the thing of it, man, I'm going to tell you the truth. Whether you get into a relationship or whether you single, is all hell. Until you realize that you got to release and reduce the ego. And in the space of finding true oneness and true wholeness, it's a trick to it that nobody is talking about, y'all. Now, I want to know if this makes sense as to why shit don't really be making sense, but now it do make sense, right? I want to know if this is one of them type of situations. The whole shit, right, is that you supposed to let everything fucking go, right? But spiritual motherfuckers who ain't never really been shit in life, right? Type of motherfucker that get pulled wedgies on and shit in high school, right? Type of motherfucker be like, get out of here, you dweeb, right? One day, right, nigga, like, get a fucking Planet Fitness fucking... Nigga go to jail, get a Planet Fitness membership, get some muscles. Nigga get fucking locks. Nigga get motherfucking tattoos. Whatever nigga get to make a girl say, ooh, you look good, I want to give you some pussy. Nigga just be running with it, you know, cause you know how niggas used to wear like the Gumby with a part to get some pussy. It'd be the same way as niggas wearing dreads. Like, nigga be like, let me get some fresh dreads. Hey, anybody can twist my dreads up? Niggas ain't doing, like, everybody getting dreads because that's what women like, right? So, all of this to say, we live in a society that dictate how you move, how you act, how you wear your hair, how you operate, and you never really get to find yourself in a true fashion. Everybody is trying to do that thing, whether it's to be conscious, whether it is to be rich. Everybody is just pouring in this and that, and oh, you need to be this way. You need to be, no, this, that way. Oh, the problem is, and it's like, the reason why, be like, girl, the reason why you've been tired so much is because, you know, you ain't been getting your ass ate out enough. What if your favorite conscious person said that? Wouldn't that be tripped out as fuck? They'd be like, you know, a nigga gotta really just start tossing your salad, ladies, like just out the blue. Be like, cause that'd be a real channel. That'd be a real channel. Like, goddamn, Kuan Yin came said, the problem is you're not getting your ass ate. See, you can't say shit like that because it's culture and society in reference to it's status quo in the spiritual community. How is niggas getting downloads? And downloads is like, make sure you use soap. Like, what? Motherfuckers still talking about taking baths. Like, like what? Motherfuckers like, oh shit, we gotta motherfucking wash your ass tonight, nigga. It's like, what happened? I got a channel. We got a channel what they said. Wash your ass. You be like, oh, okay. Who said that? Goddamn, got a channel from goddamn. Who they get a channel from? Who told them to who told them to wash their ass? Like, you know, I don't know. It'd be all types of people. All of this to say, what if you wasn't never supposed to do shit in society? Like, you know how many people I talk to, they like, hood, I got, 100K in the bank. You know, I do anything I want to. But, you know, I don't know what the fuck to do, really. I'm kind of confused now that I got money and I got a place to stay. You know, what do you actually do with life, you know? And it's like, shit. You know, you can't avoid yourself. You can't avoid your primal baby bird natural role of evolution. And the more of, if a baby bird is in the human culture, he gonna be trying to be a fucking human the whole time and never figure out how to use his fucking wings, right? The problem with niggas, and I'm speaking specifically to niggas, because Motherfucking people who ain't niggas be like, I really feel what you be saying. No, the fuck you don't. I'm not even from this bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm a whole fucking alien to y'all society, bitch. I go into y'all fucking rental offices. Motherfuckers be like, security, what the fuck you doing here? I was just turning in this rental application. Okay. Let's do your credit report. Yeah, no, oh shit. I didn't even know they had credits this low. How you have a credit report that's got 2 digits, nigga? Did this say 10? Do this say 10? Hold on. Maybe something wrong with the printer. I'm gonna reprint the paper because we did a credit pull and that shit came up 10. I never seen a credit that low. I think it started at like 385. Let's see. No, this shit came back 10. No, we can't rent to you, Kyrie. We can't do it. We cannot do it. And I'm just like, damn. I don't even know how that happened, but it happened. Niggas know that you a aboriginal fucking Atlantean, not from this fucking civilization. These fucking people came over here and took over this bitch and enslaved motherfuckers. I look at my skin tone every day like, yep, still a nigga. This shit ain't going to change. I be in fucking white neighborhoods. I be wanting to say so bad, like, let's talk about your ancestors real quick. Like, how you feel about them for real? Like, is they like up there in your heart? Like, you be putting on a pedestal and shit? Like, you be like, giving them my shade and shit. Like, I'm so grateful that you took over this motherfucking land and left me this big ass house, nigga. I'm so happy. You know what I'm saying? I'll be out here on my farm and shit, nigga. Riding on my fucking horses. Granddad, thank you, motherfucker. Like, I would be shit. You had to kill 1 million people to get this motherfucker, but shit, nigga. This shit comfy cozy in the bitch, I'm enjoying the fucking hills, you know what I'm saying? So like, I just be like, life is not, society and culture know who the fuck you is. So if you put yourself up against society and culture, you the dumbass for real. You have a whole internal GPS system that's telling you how to fucking operate and coordinate. But you gotta purify your mind of the bullshit. That's the problem. I don't know why that's so hard for niggas to just surrender. I told a motherfucker to surrender. Motherfucker looked me dead in the eye and said, how the fuck you surrender? Nigga, I don't fucking know. You just fucking surrender. Fall down a fucking cliff and just fall. Just keep falling, nigga. Just keep falling. Don't stop falling. Just fall the whole night. Surrender. Don't think about nothing. Not a damn thing. Just give it all up. Just surrender. Let your mind go. You gonna have to do that for a couple months, though. Sooner or later, you gonna fall down the rabbit hole and you gonna follow the white rabbit, okay? Then you meet the fucking Queen of Hearts. Y'all niggas act like y'all never seen the fucking Alice in the Wonderland before. Come on now. Wake up. Or go to sleep. However you want to look at it. Okay, what the fuck? Niggas go to sleep every night. Don't know nothing about that. And it's just like, yo, we in this world and everybody trying to be good in reference to society and then go and beat themselves up. Either like you got it going on in society and people that don't got it going on, so you want to cry for them and have a bleeding heart for them. But let's talk about real metaphysics and quantum physics in your personal reality in the ways of thoughts and vibrations and frequencies. I want to talk about quantum physics, metaphysics, but want to make it real relatable. And then if this makes sense, I'll ask y'all if it makes sense or not. So it's the double slit experiment, right? The double slit experiment is based upon observation and waves. What the double split experiment came to find out is that when you looking at a particular thing, it operate differently than when you don't look at it. So the analogy, if a tree fall in the forest doesn't make a sound, yes or no, based upon the double slit experiment, the answer is no, it don't make a sound unless I hear it make a sound. So the things that you focus on are the things that are vibrating within the reality. The things that you do not focus on, they lay dormant until you focus on it. Another way to explain this in reference to you in this reality, you ever been playing a video game and like before you get there, it's like creating this world as you move forward. But if you don't move forward, the world stays the way that it is. So let me know if that makes sense in reference to the world that you want to look at is going to activate because you are fixated and fascinated by not the video game program world of the culture and society though. That's where it's going to get confusing. Y'all niggas will be trying to want to be a fucking baby bird, trying to be a human being, and not being able to have the mechanics and the heartless nature or the function. All right, humans are machines. You a soul. You not a machine. You a thought frequency being. You can move things with your mind. You can create reality with your mind. It's a real reason why black women have destructive thoughts and live in destructive paradigms. Because the reality of you knowing your truth, a lot of things will change, but it's a subtle change, and life operate off a subtle change. But you wouldn't have to be the best black woman in the world to enact this change. You don't gotta have $1 million to enact this change. You don't gotta wear stupid ass fucking what's them fucking power vests, the fucking suit jackets, acting like you got a fucking CEO job to make change. For black women and black men alike, all we have to do is reduce our ego. The problem is we strive to be black men and black women when the reality is we are nature beings. But we don't spend the time, effort, and energy. Every nigga that you know that take the time to spend out in nature, that nigga end up changing for the motherfucking better. Every motherfucker. How do every motherfucker that you know become more peaceful, more loving, more prosperous, more connected, a nigga like me end up finding a goddamn wife? All I'm doing is walking around in nature and shit. Shit just happening for me. I tell people every day, if you pay attention to the right shit, you'll get the right shit. You pay attention to the wrong shit, you're gonna get the wrong shit. It really ain't nothing to really pay attention to is the motherfucking key. Everything they give you in society, every weird spiritual motherfucker they give you in society, you're gonna have to really ask yourself a question, what are you fascinated by? If anybody wanna DM me and ask me what I'm fascinated by, I'm fascinated by my soul. I fixate and focus in on my soul. Every conversation, every experience, everything that I aspire to, every difficulty that I work through is because I have a fucking soul. And because I have a soul, it's meaning that my life ain't gonna be perfect based upon society and culture. Because society and culture don't want my life. Society and culture don't want me to be my authentic self. My authentic self will burn this bitch down. My authentic self will say, you motherfuckers killed my ancestors and all my ancestors was doing was chilling in nature, being one with this shit. That's why I want no buildings and nothing here, because we don't need that shit. It's nothing more beautiful than to travel to, eastern parts of Detroit, western parts of Detroit. People will be like, it's so fucking abandoned. It's so nasty here. It's like, no, that's nature, nigga. Nature will always take this bitch over. So, like, niggas can build whatever the fuck they think they gonna build over this shit. Nature gonna fucking win. Our asses is gonna be wiped off the face of this earth, and this fucking oneness is gonna be here. So my thing is, understand this shit. You don't understand this shit by getting taught from the fucking Matrix. The Matrix ain't gonna do shit but keep fucking you up. I'll be like, I know, it's funny, man. I know 2 fucking post office workers that's like fucking goddesses, dog. I was just driving like, bro, one day I'm gonna get rich and make sure that they don't never be fucking post workers again, because it's just like shit, man. Society really will have us fucking working for a living in a space where we don't know who the fuck we are. And it's like, as a man, it's my job and to become as prosperous as I can. And so doing the shadow work, I'm trying to really communicate this shit, but it's kind of hard because it's multifaceted and multidimensional. But doing the shadow work, it allowed me to see that to be a better man was to reduce my ego, to be tolerant. And the internet will say to be a better man is to have an increased ego, to get more money, to get a bigger bag, to, have more bravado and more machismo and fuck more bitches. But doing the shadow work, I was able to unlock the reality that, just because I don't want to have sex with you, or just because I want to build or have a broader multi-dimensional relationship with my wife and with everybody around me, don't mean that I can be pigeonholed. But then at a certain level, I'm still learning this shit myself. So I'm learning how to integrate this new reality of, it's not supposed to be good all the time. And if you realize that it's not supposed to be good all the time, then it's fucking good all the time. It's that fucking simple. Because you take the good and you're like, oh shit, bad days are supposed to happen, right? You deal with the shit as making it a bad day, and now you have a majority of good days. But like, in the space of the good days, like, some fucked up shit could happen. This is Earth. This is Earth. Motherfuckers can fucking fall into a fucking sinkhole any minute, Goddamn aliens can fly down at any second, But at the end of the day, I really do be wanting my goddesses to tap into their power and really follow their soul. And it's hard to follow something when you don't purify your mind. And one would say, how do you purify your mind? You purify your mind through sharing. A lot of the things that y'all go through, y'all keep it to yourselves, but it's like having a jar and putting shit in. And y'all would be mad at me at a certain point because I'm always talking. But shit, I'm not about to have no full jar. I'm about to have an empty cup. I'm going to have a purified mind, purified body, and be an open channel. And so I ain't nothing better or worse than anybody, but the reality is it's a way to do this. It don't matter if you fat, black, skinny, goddamn wearing a lace front, wearing a yaki, you wear box braids, got a fucking wrap, got fucking locks. It don't fucking matter. The ways to channel your spirit is to purify your mind totally, reduce the ego completely, be one with nature entirely, immerse yourself in the chlorophyllc reality, bitch, because that's where you gonna fucking go one day. You know what I'm saying? A tree that loses fucking leaves, them motherfucking leaves be gone, and the motherfucking same leaves come back in the same spring. We all have our season. So if this is your spring, this is your life, this is your existence, learn to enjoy it. Learn to appreciate it. And if you really want to be real about this fucking shit, man, you would take your fucking black, or let me be clear, let me be right about this shit. Let's be right and exact about this shit. You take your green ass out into nature. Be one with nature, right? Be one with nature. Immerse yourself into nature an hour to 2 hours, bet. And then from there, you follow your intuition. Things follow, like If you isolate yourself from nature, if you don't get out the house, if you bog down, isolated, cut off, and you're trying to connect to your mom and dad, boyfriend, girlfriend, you need to let that shit go and connect to somewhere where you'll always be received and appreciated. It's a way to do this shit, bro. I mean, if you a hood rat chick, a project chick, one that don't give a fuck, say she took that dick, you could go into the motherfucking depths of the forest, go back to the fucking projects. Your fucking yaki will naturally turn into some faux locks, bitch. You would be doing fucking readings for the whole projects. Cause you following your intuition, man. It's easy. It's a way to it. It's a way to it. And as long, I'm gonna tell you another trick. As long as you ain't telling the motherfucker that roses fly out their ass, as long as you can perceive a situation from a multiple angle where a bitch not actually seeing, like, oh no, that nigga a dog, bitch. Like, yo, roof. Like, nah, bitch, the problem was, I'm gonna tell you, you picked him up from jail and you should have dropped him off at the kennel, but you took him home. And now you waking up with fleas. I told you he was a dog. Oh, see, the problem is a bitch come tell you about her boyfriend and you be pressured to tell, oh, he's the one. I feel like this is your twin flame. Yep, he just getting out of jail, Twan. Yep, he the one. Girl, I just pulled the Three of Swords. He is definitely the one. I just pulled the Three of Swords. That's a funny ass joke. I just pulled the fucking Three of Swords. Twan, who just getting out. Baby, you need to give it a go. Give it a whirl. When he come out next Thursday, go to Walmart, get him some drawers, because you know he gonna need some drawers, or maybe not. Get him some tank tops. Go to fucking hood fucking sports store, get him a couple outfits. Because I pulled the Three of Swords, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna be together forever. Oh, lying to your dumb ass. Just telling you what you need to hear. But if anybody want to read, anybody want to like help people, keep it real with these motherfuckers, man. Be like, all right, we about to do this reading, but you gonna do your hair first? Be like, why you say that? Because we about to do a love reading and your fucking hair nappy as fuck, bitch. If you serious about fucking getting love, you think that man want to sit and look at this nappy shit? Well, since you say, just keep it real with these motherfuckers and everything will be A-okay. Don't blow smoke up none of these niggas' asses because they don't need it. They done got enough of it. And we'll be just fine. I promise you. The moment that it clicked universally that alchemy is a real thing, that negative experiences don't count you out, that negative experiences actually give you the balance to thrive, niggas gonna have a certain type of esteem about themselves. I'm telling you, every nigga gonna get yin and yang tattoos and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Rapper nigga gonna come out with some yin and yang shit. Niggas gonna be like, I'm light and dark, nigga. Like, I'm balancing my darkness and light, bitch. I done smacked a couple of niggas today and I motherfucking fed some motherfucking trees, some goddamn baloney, nigga. I'm balanced, nigga. This is gonna open up the motherfucking floodgates because everybody trying to be good or everybody trying to be bad. But that's too extreme. So really finding that balance, we gonna really get into a space where, you know, if we could understand the reality of quantum physics, that the life that you want to actually live is completely relative to what you're observing or what you're fascinated by. Most of y'all are fascinated by stupid ass shit. Most of y'all are fascinated by limiting beliefs. Like, you just fascinated by, like, you just under the hypnosis that limiting belief is an actual reality, when the actual true reality is outside of that limiting belief. So you could be fascinated with something in relation to your soul. right? Meditating on your soul, finding your soul, following your intuition. Being fascinated with nature would be fascinated with yourself, because you are nature. You have a nature. You have a consciousness. Consciousness is the energy for which all things grow, flourish, and develop. You grow, flourish, and develop just like a tree, just like an animal, just like a plant. You are a part of the actual electromagnetic sphere of energy. But it is this ego that disrupts this whole process. So, something that I really wanted to share, I really wanted to, just really talk and share. It feels good to me to share and to express, whether it gets views, whether people like it, whether people understand it. It's just something that, in reference to being divine, you can't hold shit in. And so I'm just sharing. So with that being said, find some nature and immerse yourself in nature. Follow your intuition and trust the process. It's a beautiful process. It's a wonderful journey. If you want to hold on to a lot of bullshit, if you want to hold on to a lot of ego, you're going to have a rough go of it. But if you want to let all of that shit go, put that shit on the mantle, put that shit on your dresser, and just let everything go, become your soul, become one with the universe, become one with nature, learn to follow your intuition, learn to listen to your intuition, take the fucking earplugs out your ears, turn the TV off, get off the internet, get your ass up, get out into nature. It's that time, it's that season, it's that energy. It's really time to really be free. Really time to be free, connected, guided, and in tune at a level that, we have never seen before, because we have learned, grown, and developed righteously and with full integrity through the sciences. Nobody is doing it like we are doing it. You understand? Like we are actually doing it. So you might be confused. You might be confused because you're like, well, I'm not fully progressing in the matrix hood. And I'm like, well, I'm sorry. My bad. Did I promise you that you was going to, be deeply rooted in an illusion? If I alluded to that, I'm sorry. But if you was able to have a moment or two to tap into your soul even deeper, if you're able to sleep with intention, if you're able to wake up and journal and, have something to wake up to. So you wake up, you journal the dream. You wake up, you journal the dream, and now you have a direction. What's better than waking up, getting on Instagram and watching motherfuckers live their best life? How is that going to give you a direction? Right? That's not. So really understand that your direction comes from within, but it's a way to do it. This is what makes it so powerful, is that if you learn the way to do it, you don't have to worry about your financial status. You don't have to worry about your relationship status. You don't have to worry about your fucking nationality status. You are a fucking soul, my nigga. Okay? So